McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed with American Sky. From family holidays in Florida to road tripping in California. From cruising the Caribbean or that city break celebration. Discover America in 2024 with americansky.ie.
Ed Finn is back from his travels. Ed, where were you?
How are you doing, Trina? It's so good to see you again. I had a great American Odyssey tour, so I did. I did 3 states. I was in Massachusetts, Boston, which was fantastic. Everybody, Trina, should go, every Irish person should go to Boston for St. Patrick's Day. It really is fantastic. I had a great time there. Went to see things that I really wanted to do. There's a brilliant, aside from all the crack and the St. Patrick's Day revelry, there's a brilliant John F. Kennedy Museum and Library that they've opened, which is brilliant. Goes through all the history of him, not focusing too much on the assassination, but very much his early life. You can watch all the results of the elections coming in, like in 1960 when he was up, up against Nixon, and which is kind of poignant today because, America, we've an election year on and everyone's talking about Biden and Trump. So, everywhere you go, like it's China. But no, seriously, it's all over the place, as you can imagine. But brilliant, like really cool, the John F. Kennedy Museum and Library. And then there's a new thing called View Boston, this observatory. You go up at the top of the Prudential Building. It's really cool. You see 360-degree view of the whole of the town. But Boston, I hadn't been there since about 2016. I was lucky. I interviewed the mayor of Boston, Marty Walsh, when I was there before. Great guy. And it has changed an awful lot. Like, a really beautiful city. It was nice. I flew over with Aer Lingus. They fly twice a day to Boston. The fares are very good. They fly out of Miami and Orlando. So I worked my way down. Brilliant.
Did you go to the Cheers bar? We all want to know. Did you?
I did. I'll send you the pictures. Now, I have to say, right, really good, but, it's not what you... It's not... Now, I was going to buy a wooden cutout of Diane and Woody. I was actually going to take it home because you can buy them, right? There's a shop there. I was going to go mad at one stage. There's an upstairs and downstairs, right? So kind of downstairs is actually a real bar, and then upstairs is a recreation of the Cheers bar. But it's packed. Like, it's great. And I mean, when I did the trolley tour, which is a great thing to do, hop on, hop off trolley tour of Boston. Like, you pass Cheers on the way. It's in a very salubrious, nice place, and I was like, oh my God, everyone knows your name. So I had to go back.
Did they know your name when you walked in? Did they say, how are you, Ed?
Yeah, but listen, I knew, like, by the time I left, I was friends with about 20 people from all over the world. Like, everybody goes there. And it is, like, it's just, I loved it. And I have a Cheers beer glass at home now.
Yeah,
which I did pay for. I did pay for, Trina.
How much was it? Mad money, was it?
Yeah, I can't remember now. I think it was only about $10 or something.
Okay.
A lot of T-shirts and stuff there. I have my picture with, they've all the characters behind, you can do pics there. Yeah. But it's a great spot. They do loads of food there as well, so it's full on. But it's always busy.
So how long did you spend in Boston?
4 nights in Boston, right? Went to the Cambria Hotel. We were invited there for this. The parade starts there down in Southie, as they would call it, right? And we had a great view there of the parade, which was brilliant. And there was all sorts of green muffins and donuts and everything was green, as you can imagine, and we had a great time. And then I did lovely rooftop bars. I was like a cat hopping around Boston. I was doing all these rooftop bars. By about 10 o'clock I was back in the Boston Harbour Hotel. I was wrecked,
were you?
I was wrecked. But I loved it. Like, we went to Quincy Market. They've loads of markets there, which are brilliant. You know what I mean? The clam chowder, you have to have that. The monster clam chowder, that's about $8. Now, what was amazing, they brought us to a Boston Celtics basketball game. Unreal. Like, that is just the full-on pageantry. I mean, the game takes about 48 minutes. But it's 3 hours. Yeah. And it's ads.
The cheerleading and all is that all?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's brilliant though. And you're way up. Now, it's not cheap to go there. The tickets aren't that expensive, but it's like about $20 for a beer, But you don't care because it really is the hype and the excitement. And of course, the Boston Celtics won. Fenway Park, of course, the home of baseball.
Yeah.
Still have the old wooden seats there. Babe Ruth. Brilliant tour we got there. That was really, really cool.
I'm just trying to think, the famous people who are from Boston. Is Mark Wahlberg from Boston? I think he is. And,
Good Will Hunting, of course. The famous movie with Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. No, that Southie, those
and Ben
projects.
Affleck.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those Southie, those projects are now transformed into like, you know, all the dive bars you hear about, you know,
Yeah.
these cool bars you go to. Like there's Whitey's. Like Whitey was a kind of a nefarious character, a bit of a gangster. Like there's Whitey's, there's like all these Irish bars that you go to, you know, but just, you know, once you know where you're going. But brilliant. Boston really has come on and I loved it. 4 nights there, as I said, the Boston Harbour Hotel, the guy who runs it, Irish, born in Dublin.
Of course he was.
Yeah, Stephen Johnson. Had a great chat with Stephen. And
So he's actually a real Irish person,
he is
not an American
real.
who
No,
says he's
real.
Irish.
He
Okay.
moved there with the wife for 2 years and 15 years later, they're still there. Loves it now, like he loves it there. Leo was just there before me. Leo stayed there.
So did you have a word with Leo?
No,
Why did he give
If
up
I
now?
had a word with Leo, he'd be still there, Trina. I would have told him, cop on to yourself. No. Look, the whole place in chaos now again.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened over there.
Yeah, I know, because he was in Miami as well, and I'm just going to tell. I ended up in Miami, but he was there as well. It was like I was in the footsteps of
So
Leo
you
the
were
Great.
you were stalking Leo, and he said, "I can't do this public life anymore."
No, he said, that Ed, I can't take it. I know. EdStalks.com. But it was very funny, right? Because Stephen was telling me he was there. And again, the people were asking me, like, have you any idea why he resigned? I was like, not a clue. I said, no idea. I said, I think it had something to do with some referendum that I have no idea what it was about.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So Miami.
So, no, but next, I got
okay.
the Amtrak train, right? Hold on a second now, Trina. We've got
Hold
to
your
do...
horses.
Hold on. Quickly. Brilliant. I'd never been to Connecticut. Now, you know Connecticut in the fall. Everyone talks about the yellow, beautiful foliage. New England, those wooden houses, stunning. I mean, absolutely stunning. So I got the Amtrak train. Always wanted to do the Amtrak. It was only $35. You know, the iconic train with the silver on it and all that. We went to the Amtrak to a town called Mystic. Now, everybody, Mystic Pizza, Julia Roberts, right? Everybody should go to Mystic as well as doing Boston for St. Patrick's Day because it's fab. Everybody needs a bit of Mystic. Gorgeous, like the most beautiful little town. Sift Bakery. I mean, I never had the cakes, the croissants, the breakfast stuff. We stayed in the Whalers Inn. It used to be a big whaling area. They still have one of the original boats that they used to whale with, which is kind of a bit, somber. But they have the most amazing, the biggest seaport maritime museum in America there, which is phenomenal. That was gorgeous. Mystic, loved it. Went to the Captain Packers, Daniel Packers for dinner. I had corned beef and cabbage, believe it or not.
No way.
I had a starter of chili, red chili, but then...
You wouldn't get corned beef and cabbage in Ireland anymore.
Delicious. It was really good. And live music there, it was just chatting to people. It was lovely. It's a real super little town and, very, very nice, gorgeous place. Great for like maritime activities as well. And then another thing that was really good, there's a casino there, by the way, in the middle of the forest called Foxwood Resort Casino, part of the Pequot Indian Reservation. A casino with windows in it, right? You go in, you don't think you're in a casino. It's the biggest hotel you've ever seen in your life. There's, all these restaurants, Jamie Oliver, you name it, all the big ones, steakhouses, everything. And there's a casino there as well. Now you can zip line from the Fox Tower, as it's now called, which like zip lines you all the way across the whole place, which is massive. Really cool.
And Ed, by the way, is wearing his black polo neck top today, so now I'm just thinking Tom Cruise or something here.
I wish.
On the zip line.
I wish, I'll tell you. Yeah, I decided I'd do it when I went back the next time. But it was really cool. I mean, it's a very high up adrenaline rush kind of thing. But the Foxwood, what's really nice about it there, they do all these amazing shows. It's like Vegas, but I've never seen a casino that's actually so nice. You don't feel dark or, it's just very well done. So that was lovely. And I enjoyed that. Now, one of the things I really wanted to do was to go to Yale University, which is in New Haven. Now, of course, the Peabody Museum, which is the biggest natural history museum in the world, is just reopened after 4-year refurb. 165 million. Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, Triceratops, you name it, they're all there. Unreal. If you like dinosaurs and you like natural history,
you know the way kids are
you'll
mad
pass
at
out
that.
in this
Imagine
place. Yeah,
they would
I interviewed
die, yeah.
David Skelly, who's the director there of the Peabody Museum. I had a chat with him. It is just amazing. I did a little sneak preview. Then I did a tour with one of the students of the Yale campus. It's like Harry Potter world. Gorgeous. Skull and bones and all that kind of stuff. So loved that. It was really cool.
How many students would they have there in Yale?
Oh, like there's I mean, I don't know that, but there's thousands. It's huge.
Massive,
and they have
yeah.
an amazing program where like they assess your family, and if you don't have huge means, you can go there for free. Like I was very impressed with the altruistic way that they do things there. Now, the best pizza, you've ever had New Haven, right? It's famous for it. Bar pizza. Went there. The small pizzas aren't small, Trina. They're huge, but as most things.
So be warned when you're ordering.
Delicious. They have a pizza with mashed potato on it, right? Try a piece of it. I don't know if it's for the Irish. I liked it. It was okay, but I had a normal Diavolo pizza. It was gorgeous. The thin pizza, but nightclub in the back. Fabulous. But they're famous for pizza there, I suppose, to do with the students as well. But they've just got a name for it. That was amazing. New Haven is a great city. Loads of vibe there, loads of buzz there. I went up then to Hartford, Connecticut. That's where I went to the state capital with Governor Ned Lamont up there and Anthony from the Tourist Board. Great guys all together. Ned Lamont has the highest approval rating of any governor in America. Democrat, and he's great. I said to him, what about the election this year, Governor? Don't worry, Ed, we always get it right over here. I was like, I'm not sure what that means. But he was brilliant. And Hartford, really good. Direct flights into Hartford from Dublin, Bradley Airport with Aer Lingus as well. I went to the New England Air Museum, which is unbelievable. They've all these airboats. That's only 7 minutes from the airport. So you can take that in. Kids, again, would love that. And then I went up to Litchfield, where they have the most incredible distillery, the biggest distillery in Connecticut. Had some bourbon there with Ryan Flynn.
I'm trying to think, sorry, Litchfield, was that the name of the prison in Orange is the New Black?
Yeah, could be, yeah. I don't know. I didn't see any prison when I was there. But I'll tell you, Litchfield, there's a place there we stayed in called Winvian. It's got 18 lodges, and each lodge was designed by a different architect, Trina, right? We stayed in Golf, and it's so high-end, but just gorgeous. Everything you'd want in it's like a house, but beautifully done out and furnished. And then the restaurant there is famous. Everybody go there. I had the best duck I've ever had in my entire life in Winvian. It was unreal, and it was just a gorgeous place. Now, as I said, up in the north of Connecticut. But Connecticut, some people call it the drive-through state. I would say to you, it's the drive-to state. And by all means, go by Amtrak. You can fly, as I said, into Hartford, which I flew out because I went off to Fort Lauderdale then. Went down there for 3 nights. I mean, it's Millionaire Row there. We passed Mark Zuckerberg's yacht, 300 million. He happened to I think he got it for half price off some Russian oligarch.
Nice.
I'm not sure. But we did this amazing thing, the Jungle Queen. You go, it's all canals. They call it the Venice of America. Fort Lauderdale, I think, is one of the most stylish, beautiful places I've been to. And in terms of beaches, things to do and see, nightlife. It was spring break while I was there, by the way, which was great crack. Museums there, the art museums, amazing. The Science Museum. I was in the House on the River, which is this incredible place for brunch, owned by James Campbell, an Irish guy. It's haunted as well. I didn't see any ghosts when I was there, but we were having bottomless mimosas at the time.
So you were, yeah. You were
great. But don't miss the brunch at the House on the River. Now, the Cricket World Cup, 4 of the matches are on in Fort Lauderdale in June. Ireland versus USA and Ireland versus Pakistan, I think the 13th and the 15th of June. So really a lot of hype about that, which is interesting. Then I got an amazing thing, Trina. I finish up now. I know this is like the epic journey. But the Brightline train, this amazing, cool, high-speed train that they've put on that goes from Orlando all the way down to Miami. And it stops on the way. From Fort Lauderdale to Miami, it's only 35 minutes. And they've premium and they've coach. It's kind of this really uber cool train and run by a guy called Patrick Goddard, Irish, of course, as you can imagine. But and I would recommend anyone to try it. Now, you can get the train, you can go all the way from Miami to Orlando and vice versa. It's only 2 hours, 40 minutes or something. So it's brilliant.
Amazing.
And really, you're offered free snacks in the lounge when you arrive. You get free snacks on the train for $20 extra. Walk the premium lounge.
Because some people don't want to drive. They're kind of a bit nervous about driving in America.
You don't need to drive at all in Fort Lauderdale, which I love. It's a real walk around city. I stayed in the Hyatt Centric there. Beautiful hotel. They have a speakeasy you can book. Really cool. Fabulous place, loved it. Really good location as well. There's a water taxi that goes all around the place, which where you can go on that. And I said the Jungle Queen dinner cruise that we did. There was a comedian guy at the end that did the show, Josh Rosen, and he does Trump impressions. I'm going to send you the link, right? He is the funniest thing. He was like, beautiful people. Oh my God, beautiful people. There must be 600,000 people here tonight. There was 100 of us. He's he's brilliant.
Now, you sounded more like Krusty the Clown there.
I did. Yeah, I'm not Josh. No. His job is safe. But Miami then, right, as I said, we got the train down to Miami. And of course, Miami Beach. Stayed there in the Hilton Cabanas, really nice, packed, busy time, but amazing. Met the Consul General there, Sarah Kavanagh, who's a wonderful lady.
Is she Irish?
She is indeed. Kilkenny. super person. Like, she knows everything. She gave me great tips. I went to this amazing hotel called the Biltmore, which was built by George Merrick in the early 1900s. Oh, you should see. It's the biggest swimming pool I've ever seen in my entire life. It's a resort. I had lunch there with the fountain beside you, the open air kind of atrium. Stunning place, right? Coral Gables. One place I wanted to mention, the Wolfsonian Museum Gallery. That has the Harry Clark Geneva windows. You know, the Harry Clark stained glass windows, our famous Harry Clark. His widow sold it to the owner, the Wolfsonian. It is stunning. It was controversial because there was nudity in it, so we weren't allowed to have it here, of course. Everything is banned, like James Joyce. Get out! But it is gorgeous. And the Wolfsonian Gallery itself, it's in Miami. Beautiful place. Yeah. There's another thing in Miami as well called the Design Area, and it's all murals and design shops and everything. I was majorly impressed by that. Now, you can just go to Miami and do the Strip, South Beach. You can go to the Versace house where Versace was killed in 1997, the 15th of July. You can go and have dinner there. You can stay there. You know, so there's a lot going on there as well. But really cool place, Miami. I drove down to Bahia Honda along the Keys. I didn't go all the way to Key West because it's a long way down. But Bahia Honda, it's a pristine. You go swimming there. It's all natural. You know, turtles go there. It's kind of got all these gorgeous plants. But, you know, kind of tropical. And that was a beautiful day out. Stayed in Isla Moralda, a little place on the way down. I went to Henrietta's. She does key lime muffins. You have to try those as well.
Amazing.
But listen, I'm going to put all this up on a blog because people would love. I mean, I'm kind of, you know, there's a lot to take in. But I was like, you know, Miami's full on. Driving in Miami, by the way, I just say be careful because the traffic is mental.
Are they crazy drivers?
It's just like, it's busy. And, you know, Miami, of course, has a huge Latino influence. Like, I was getting the bus into town. It's the 100 bus. It's only $2. Like, don't expect the bus driver to speak English to you. Like, you have to speak Spanish to him.
Okay.
But that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I liked that.
Tell everyone.
It's like you're in South America, Trina, you know?
Tell everyone about the plane, what happened on the plane. You were making me laugh when you walked into studio.
Oh, yeah, I know. We flew from Bradley Airport. There's great flights, by the way. It's voted one of the top 10 in America, Bradley Airport. We flew from there with Spirit to Fort Lauderdale. There was a storm and, yeah, we were buffeted around. You know, when you do the turbulence thing, there was about 4 times we had about 10 minutes of this, like everyone gripping each other going, oh, holy God, we're never going to get down. And then the captain shouted, seats for landing. And we could see nothing. It was all clouds. You could see no lights or anything. There was no lights. So we thought, we're going to sit like we're gone. So there was a lot of people behind praying, right? And then when we landed, there was a big shout from back, thank you, Jesus. And I went, Jesus must be the pilot's name.
Praise the Lord.
But oh yeah, it was serious, like major clap. I mean, people were like seriously, it was ropey now enough, but Jesus was a great pilot anyway. He got us down.
Ed, you're going to stick all this up on your blog there.
Absolutely.
And we'll put the podcast up as well.
Yeah, I'll put it all up on edfintravels.com, Trina. And listen, great to see you again, and that was great fun. Now, I really enjoyed chatting to you today.
Great. Thanks, Ed.
Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed with American Sky. From family holidays in Florida to road tripping in California. From cruising the Caribbean or that city break celebration. Discover America in 2024 with americansky.ie.